Good morning, everybody, and happy Victory Monday on this fine Monday, October 27th. And the Jets are entering the bye with the vibes as high as you can imagine. All right? Woo, baby. I love it. I love it. Folks, we have a lot to talk about right now because the New York Jets pulled off their first victory of the season in miraculous fashion. Aaron Glenn gets his first victory as the Jets head coach. This is the first time I get to be live talking about a victory all season. And I'm not going to just let that not be appreciated. I got a lot of people telling me, Richie, why do you care so much about a Jets victory that's meaningless? They're 1-7. The team sucks. Aaron Glenn still sucks. We lost the first overall pick. I'm sorry, I'm just not miserable. I like to find the good. This is you're supposed to be a fan of a sport, fan of a team, man. And this team does not give you happiness a lot, so I'm going to take advantage of this opportunity to be happy, man. Because the first overall pick means nothing to me. I mean, I don't know what else. I don't sit around and be miserable when the Jets lose, when the Jets win. I mean, that's just ridiculous to me personally. This is a big-time win for Aaron Glenn. And the people that are upset that the Jets won, those are the people that hate Aaron Glenn and are just rooting for their opinions rather than the Jets organization. I mean, that's how I look at it. If you're upset over this win, I don't know what to tell you. Because, first of all, there's so much games left. Just because we lost the first overall pick now doesn't mean we're not going to get it back. And the first overall pick means nothing to me. Because the Jets are still going to pick top 3. They're still going to be picking the top of the draft, and then you're going to get a quarterback. All right? So, Aaron Glenn gets his first win as the Jets head coach, which I cannot be more happy for him. I'm rooting for him. I'm not letting go of the rope. This is a guy that came here to become the man to turn it around. Terrible first 7 weeks, and the Jets finally come through for Aaron Glenn. We had Justin Fields bounce back with a breakout performance after a terrible week. He had a lot of awesome things to say in the post-game press conference that I wanted to highlight in this live show because, man, Justin Fields makes it really easy to root for him, man. What a dude. Justin Fields is winning at life, man. I'll say that much because he definitely is. I got a lot of respect for Justin. I really do, as a person. Breece Hall broke out. Finally, the breakout party of Breece Hall became a real thing. Now, will the Jets trade him? I hope not. I really, really hope not. And then, of course, yesterday was not all good stuff happened in the world for the New York Jets. Rest in peace to a Jets legend and a human being that has touched so many people that knew him personally, his former teammates, coaches that coached him up. Anybody that had any affiliation with the New York Jets knew how much this man right here, Nick Mangold, meant to this organization. And I want to take this time again to just say how much Nick Mangold will be missed. My thoughts and prayers go out to Nick Mangold's family, friends. This happened way too soon. Way too young. We love you, Nick. And I'm so happy that the Jets were just able to honor your legacy as a Jet yesterday by getting a W because he embodied what it meant to be a tough-minded dude. And the best way that you can honor Nick Mangold is how the New York Jets offensive line dominated yesterday. That offensive line was fantastic. So shout out to Nick Mangold. We love you. We miss you already. And we miss you forever. We will miss you forever, man. So, welcome on in, everybody. My name is Richie Malora. And you know what, man? I'm so happy that we finally get a win to talk about because there's so many exciting things to talk. There's no more like, oh, man, this happened, but we can't talk about it because the Jets sucked and the Jets lost. Like, no, we can actually talk about every single thing that went right in this game and what went wrong. There's a lot of fun things to talk about because the Jets had 500 yards of offense. 500 yards of offense. Unbelievable stuff, man. I first want you guys to see the scene in the locker room after the game of Aaron Glenn getting his first win as a Jets head coach. I mean, how can you not be fired up for our guy AG? How can you be a Jets fan and not be happy for Aaron Glenn, man? Listen in to what AG had to say to the people after the game.
I don't have all the numbers and all that right now. But, man, defense, when it counted, you stepped your...
Put the volume up here.
I don't have all the numbers and all that right now. But, man, defense, when it counted, you stepped your up and you made it. We had to make offense, 500. Brand, 254 rushing yards. Yeah. Man, I love this group. And man, from here on out, grit. Because I told you during the offseason, man, we have to create an advantage. We did. But you showed all the grit in the world to win this game. Have a good flight home. Have a great week, man. I love this group, man. Let's call it up. I don't have all the numbers.
That was Aaron Glenn's first opportunity to get a taste of victory and have an opportunity to have a speech after a win. How good does that feel, man? How good does that feel? I'm so happy for AG. I can't put into words how much this means for Aaron Glenn. He's putting so much into this. He is somebody that so many people are turning on, not giving him any chances, wanting to kick him out of the organization before he even has a chance to do anything. That was never me. And I'm going to continue to believe and trust the vision that Aaron Glenn is building because I'm a Jets fan. And I'm hopeful that he can be the guy. There's no guarantee that the Aaron Glenn won against the Bengals in a miraculous way, 39-38. That does not guarantee now that the Jets have their coach of the future. Let me make sure that's clear. Still a long way to go, Aaron. But this is a big step for him. He needed this win, bro. He needed this because now there's a sense of relief a little bit. There's a sense of calm heading into the bye week. The noise just gets a little bit quieter around him because there's a lot of external pressure around this football team, starting with the owner. Can you imagine that the Jets have an owner, Woody Johnson, that creates external noise? Like, that's not a good thing, okay? But hey, maybe it is because it woke up Justin Fields, Woody. I wasn't familiar with your game, Woody. You know what I mean? Maybe Woody Johnson's onto something. He knew calling out Justin Fields would be something special. Something special, man. So big shout out to Aaron Glenn. I'm really, really proud to have him get his first win of his career with the New York Jets. He also mentioned his thoughts about Justin Fields. Let's hear what Aaron Glenn had to say about Justin.
Stressful week, it would seem, for Justin. I mean, a lot of things going on with, between Woody and, what was going on. And he seemed to take quite a step forward today. Can you speak to how he handled the week and the way he played today?
Yeah, and I've said this on a number of occasions that who he is as a person, his faith, and the way that he goes about his business, like he was primed to be able to do something like that. He's primed to be able to handle situations like this, and it's so unfair to him. It really is that that he gets criticized so much. But on the other hand, I told him, being a high pick, being a quarterback, especially in the New York area, man, criticism, responsibility, expectation, all those things follow you. So handle it. Some of it is unwarranted. I would say that some of it's unwarranted, but we understand. We understand. A lot of it has to go a bit when we was 0-7. So he's a perfect person to be able to handle everything that's been thrown at him. And he's a special person. A special person.
Now, I don't know if you guys heard what Justin had to say himself, but I got a lot of respect for Justin, man. I really, really do, because he had a very interesting press conference, and he became very vulnerable to the media, which I respect, man. I really do respect. I'm just going to let him speak. I'm not going to speak for him. I want Justin, in case you missed it, he got really vulnerable. Obviously, this was a really tough week for Justin. The whole world against him. His own owner of the organization calls him out. The entire NFL world's just burying him, that he stinks. Jets fans turning on him, giving up on him, including myself. I mean, 100%. But what Justin Fields showed in yesterday's game, which we're going to break down in terms of on the field, but this is bigger than that. What a story, man. What a story. So let's hear from Justin. I'm just going to let him talk. Let him speak, because it's a long 2 minutes, and I want you guys to listen to what he says, man, because Justin Fields is a really good dude, man. Really good human being, and he deserves this.
It's been a lot of, it's been a lot for me, emotionally, spiritually. When I was on the field, I was damn near about to start crying, but not because we won, but just because of the goodness of God and just how everything, works for the greater good. Everything that I've been through this past week, everything that we've been through as a team these past 7 weeks. There was a lot of ups and downs. I got a lot of support from my teammates, from my brothers, from my family, from my friends, and most of all, I'm just thankful, thankful for the Lord that He blessed me. I mean, shoot, yesterday I'm praying like crazy, just for a win, and this I'm gonna get pretty vulnerable right here, but this week I kind of I found myself in my closet crying, on the ground, laying down, not because of the hardships, not because of the troubles. I felt like, I was built to handle that, and I was put in place to handle this situation. But in that moment when I was talking to my best friend, how hard it was, and just, not wavering faith-wise, I just had gotten a text from my sister and my stepmom, and it was just an encouraging text on, just keep going and keep spreading the faith, and they just sent me a link on social media, and I tell you guys all the time that I'm not on social media, so I didn't see it. So that was just it was just a sign from God for me to keep going, and that I'm in the right place. Yesterday I was just praying over and over and over again, like just one win.
I just got a lot of respect for Justin, man. He's easy to root for. Every time you listen to him in the press conferences, he's always just a man of faith and a man of just humble. And I'm just happy for him individually, man. I really am. He needed this more than anything after all what he's been through. So I'm happy for Justin. And maybe this sparks something with Justin. Maybe after the bye, I mean, I can say this. I don't think there's going to be much of a debate who's going to be starting after the bye. I think Justin won that job back. And I got a lot of respect for Justin. I think that showed me a lot about him, who he is as a person. So shout out to Justin Fields, man. Shout out to Justin Fields. And you talk about what he did on the football field. The biggest difference that I noticed with Justin out there is this. He went out there and played free. And I think it's a combination of the play calling, allowing him to do it. I think it's a combination of the offensive line protecting him flawlessly, and also Fields not being afraid to let things fly down the football field. And I think with all those things coming together, he had to make a big-time adjustment mentally, and I think he did that. Justin Fields went out there and he let it rip. And that's all I wanted from him, bro. That's all I wanted from Fields all season, is to not be shy, to let that ball fly. Sling it down the field. When you see an open man, don't hesitate, throw the football. And he did that. He was calm, cool, collected, going through his reads. Now, it was against a very bad defense, Cincinnati. Let's definitely keep that in mind. But I do think that going off against a team like the Bengals offensively could add a new level of confidence for Justin Fields. I give Tanner Engstrand a lot of credit. He started off the game a little rough. Aaron Glenn kind of sparked something by getting into him on the sideline. Not really too sure what exactly he said, but then Tanner started making some really good plays. And another thing, the run game was elite. The Jets ran the football. The Jets running the football allows Fields to play free. So when all those things help, Fields gets to play better. This reminded me of the week 1 game of Justin. And you remember, week 1 against the Steelers, the Jets ran the football extremely well and protected Fields. When you run the football and you can impose your will on the ground, like the Jets did with Breece and Isaiah Davis yesterday, that allows the pass game to open up. So as much as Woody Johnson wanted to just blame everything on Justin Fields, I think that was an unfair comment. Yesterday showed that it's a team effort, bro. This is a team sport. The quarterback position is massive, but when you don't have things around the quarterback working out, it's going to be tough for a guy like Fields to thrive. Yesterday, everything clicked around Fields, so Fields was able to figure it out. And by the way, this was without his number 1 and number 2 options at wide receiver. No Garrett Wilson, no Josh Reynolds. Like they didn't have a pass catcher that you can rely on. Tyler Johnson went out there and started making plays. Shout out to Tyler Johnson, Mason Taylor, Arian Smith, Isaiah Williams. So I just got a lot of respect for Justin, man, but this will all get flushed down the drain very fast if they go out against the Browns after the bye week and look like trash and lose to a really bad Browns team. Now, the Browns, very good defense. Very good defense. So that's going to be a tough game. The New York Jets, I mean, we're not going to preview that game now. We got a whole week off, but I think that is going to be a big test of this Jets football team. It really, really is. And shout out, man. A Broncos fans in the chat. How it feels to win, fellas. Much love. Well, thank you, Mom Spaghetti. You started overthinking? Absolutely. Fields looked great week 1. Then I don't know what happened. Yeah, I think a lot after week 1, then week 2 happened against Buffalo. Buffalo just saw the tape against the Steelers, and they knew exactly what to shut down. They did it perfectly. Justin Fields got completely lost. He gets out of the game with a concussion. He's out for week 3, and then he comes back in week 4 and just was never the same. It was just like a weird situation. Went through a struggle. I'm someone, I've always been this way. I've said it multiple times. I'm not saying anything that I've never said before, but I'm somebody that really genuinely believes that you become the best version of yourself through trouble, through adversity, individually and collectively. I'm not going to sit here and say Justin Fields is now the franchise quarterback moving forward, but he has a real opportunity at the back end of this season to reprove himself. Because the only thing that matters to us Jets fans is winning. And if Justin Fields can lead this team to win football games the way that he did at the end of the season, then we're going to have a really big conversation. I don't really expect that. I'm still pretty neutral, but I'm just happy for Justin. He deserves a lot of credit. Now, another player that deserves a lot of credit is Breece Hall. Breece Hall, I mean, we talk about Justin Fields. Breece Hall was the guy. Breece Hall finally told everybody, reminded everybody who he is. Like, I don't think we realize how big this was for Breece, bro. Breece is a football player that every Jets fan has a lot of, how do I put this into words? We put Breece Hall on this pedestal in our brains as Jets fans, as has so much potential. And we saw that potential finally unlock. It took until week 8, but it finally came through, man. He was fantastic. He took over the fourth quarter. He had 3 touchdowns. All 3 of his touchdowns came in the fourth quarter. Right? That first touchdown run from like the 5-yard line, yeah, it was good blocking. Anybody could have got that touchdown. But the second rushing touchdown, that outside zone, getting to the right sideline, just putting on the afterburners, cutting inside, staying in bounds, touchdown, like that 30-plus yard rushing touchdown was beautiful. The Jets would be absolutely silly to trade this man. They would be silly. Because this is a guy that is young, someone that you want to build around, not someone you want to trade. I'm somebody that's going to be very consistent with my take here. with Breece Hall. You don't trade a guy that has this ability, especially when you have an identity that this football team is trying to build that is all about running the football. This is the identity that Aaron Glenn is trying to build here, running. And Breece Hall, you let him go, you either trade him or you don't bring him back in the offseason. You're not getting a talent like Breece Hall in the offseason. You're not in the draft, unless you draft the running back in the first or second round. Now, yes, there's diamond in the rough running backs. You can get a quality running back in rounds 3, 4, 5. That is, you got to hit on those. But I think the Jets would be smart here to go up to Breece, let him play the rest of the season, and get him on a contract for another 2 or 3 years, because whoever the Jets bring in that quarterback in the offseason, whether it's a rookie or a veteran or whatever the case may be, you need to have a running back. I want to give him a nice deal, bro. The Jets got cash, too. It's not like the Jets are strapped for cash. I really, really think that the Jets getting Breece Hall on a contract will be massive. And yeah, I know it took it to week 8 to see the full potential, but this is what it looks like when you block well for Breece and you give him volume. When you block for Breece Hall and you give him touches, this is the type of player that you get. So his breakout game was fantastic. The Jets got the resources. I don't see an excuse in the world for Breece not to become a Jet long-term. I honestly think, you talk about the trade deadline, I could see the Jets making one trade. The one guy I'm hearing that's going to get traded the most out of anybody is Michael Carter II, which totally makes sense. The Jets literally replaced him with Jarvis Brownlee Jr., who's a beast, who had the game-winning play. So if there's anybody the Jets are going to trade, it's going to be Michael Carter II. I hope it's not Breece. I really do. We found out it's not Jermaine, which is great, but let's hope it's not Breece either. Let's hope it's not Breece. All right? Oh, my goodness. Huge stuff. Now, could this be the start of a breakthrough? What does this win against the Cincinnati Bengals mean for the Jets? Aaron Glenn said all season long that they just need one. All we need is that one game, and then the breakthrough begins. Could this be the beginning of something special for the Jets football team? Now, hear me out, because when you get a taste of victory, a team like the New York Jets that's been starving and desperate for winning all season, now they get into the bye. They get to let that win marinate. They get to go into the film room and watch a football game that they played after winning. They got the taste of victory now. Aaron Glenn understands what it means to win. The players understand what it means to win. This is a long season. The Jets are 1-7. There's 9 games left. No, I am not expecting the Jets to go on a run and make a playoff berth. But what this could mean is that we're going to see, hopefully, the Jets break through that disastrous first few weeks of the season, because we've had weeks where signs of encouragement. Week 1 against the Steelers, should have won that game, didn't. Stuff happened. Even against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the Jets fought back, took the lead, miracle win. No, we couldn't get the stop. We could not get that big defensive stop to win the game. Well, yesterday against the Bengals, they got those stops. The defense, as bad as they were yesterday, they got the stops when they needed to the most. That's what winning teams do. They play their best brand of football in the biggest moments. That is massive, folks. I can't stress that enough. The defense gave up 38 points. But when you needed to stop, Will McDonald came through with a 3rd down sack in the 4th quarter to give the offense an opportunity to go take the lead. On 4th and 9, Jarvis Brownlee Jr., brand new New York Jet that Darren Muji and Aaron Glenn handpicked from the Tennessee Titans, traded him to the Jets, got him here, and he's out there making winning football plays. That is massive. And to have an offense that was able to come from behind the way that they did, they showed resiliency, they showed heart, tenacity, a sense of belief. And I think that now, all it took, like the Detroit Lions with Dan Campbell, they were 0-11-1. They got one win, and all of a sudden, They got a new feeling in them. They start off the season next year 1-7, but then they won some games at the end of that season. And obviously the Jets story is not the Lions story. Zach Taylor for the Bengals, he started 0-11 as a head coach. Kyle Shanahan started 0-whatever. Sometimes it takes, and I said all offseason, man, this is going to get ugly before it gets pretty, bro. I really genuinely believe that. I believed that this season was going to be about adversity, all about struggle early on, because Aaron Glenn is trying to rip apart the overall mindset of this football team, and he's learning on the fly. You can't sit back and passively learn. This team is learning through experience, learning through the negativity, feeling out the media, feeling out the external noise, going out there every single week and struggling on the football field. Can we give Aaron Glenn credit for something? Because the penalties were down yesterday. Discipline was there. They did not turn the ball over. And they ran the heck of the football. You talk about a formula to win? That's how you do that. The New York Jets outscored one of the most prolific offenses in the NFL. Joe Flacco came to the Bengals and brought them new life. Yes, it's not Joe Burrow here, but they got the best receiver in the NFL, Jamar Chase, a great number 2 in T. Higgins, a running back that is playing really good football, Chase Brown, and this defense was able to stop them in the clutch. So Aaron Glenn's got to do a little bit. Obviously, one win's not going to do anything. If we finish off the season 1-16 and we look like trash the rest of the year, different story. But for Aaron Glenn to get his first win of the season, I'm just wondering, could this be the moment that things start to shift for the Jets? Do they have a new level of confidence? They're going to get healthier after the bye. They're going to have Sauce back. They're going to have Garrett back, which are, our 2 best players, the 2 faces of the organization. We didn't even have in this win. Now with Garrett Wilson and Sauce coming back, what's that going to do? So I really do think that the identity and the type of football that Aaron Glenn is trying to build here, I respect that he is not wavering. He's not pressing to try to go out there and just fight for, winning in ways that's not his way. He wants to build his version of this football team. Aaron Glenn is building something. His way, his brand, grit. And he's not going to take shortcuts. And some Jets fans want him to take shortcuts and go win right now and, show something. And he's trying. He's doing his best. But I got so much respect for Aaron Glenn, dude. I really do. Because I'm someone that believes that when you struggle, when you're at adverse times, and you keep the hope and you keep the faith and you keep believing in genuinely what you're trying to do here, it's going to break through eventually. And Aaron Glenn's doing that. And we have some fans that were just trying to bury this guy and throw him off to the curb. And again, it's one game. He has not proved anything yet. But I'm not letting go of the rope. I'm giving him at least a full season. I'm definitely going to give him 2 because he's not going anywhere. And if you're a Jets fan and that pains you, that breaks your heart, that a guy in Aaron Glenn that became a Jets head coach because he wanted to be here, he's got Jets in his blood, he's going to get more than a year. And he deserves that. 100%. No doubt about it. And it does not guarantee that he is going to be great. But he deserves his chance. And the way he's building this football team, he is going to strip this down to its bare bones and build a new, fresh identity. That's what he's trying to do. He's doing it on the fly, bro. The guy's had one off season to build this team his way, and he is 8 games in to coaching up this football team, learning how to be a head coach, learning how to figure things out in proper situations, when to go for it. You know what Aaron Glenn did that I didn't even bring up yet that needs to be talked about? That is absolutely massive. He passed the 8-point test. Analytics, forward thinking, aggressiveness. I didn't know. This was something I was very excited to see heading into the season about Aaron Glenn. What type of head coach is he when we're heading into, down by 8 points and he passed the test? And some people might be wondering, what are you talking about? Aaron Glenn, when you're down by 8 points in the fourth quarter by scoring a touchdown and you're down by 8, analytics tell you if you go for 2, you cut it to a 6-point game, then you have a chance to win. Aaron Glenn coached his team yesterday, not scared. He coached his team to win. And he had an interesting quote yesterday. He said, you have to learn not to lose before you can learn how to win consistently. And I like that. I really did. Because I'll be honest, there was a lot of times early in the season where you could tell this Jets football team is scared from a coaching perspective. They're not aggressive. They're coaching to not to lose. Well, today, I felt a shift, a killer mentality. That's what this team needs. I love the Jets going for it for that 2-point conversion. Because when the Jets were down by 8 points after scoring that touchdown, you can either kick the field goal and then you're down by 7, and then a touchdown will either tie it or you go for 2 then. But he wanted to put his foot on the gas. He tasted an opportunity to steal a win in Cincinnati, and they go for it for 2. And how about Justin Fields, man? That 2-point conversion that he converted was flawless. What a play from Justin. Extending the play, pump faking, juking somebody out, bringing down Fields to the ground. Fields slings it to Isaiah Davis. Isaiah Davis makes the grab. He just got through. And then they get the 2-point conversion, make it a 6-point game. And that 2-point conversion won the game, basically. The defense gets their stop. The Jets get their opportunity to get the ball back on offense. They go down the field. They score a touchdown to take the lead. Breece Hall throws it up to Mason Taylor for the touchdown. Are you kidding me? What a way to get the lead. That shows me the type of coach he is, man. He is trying to... That was an experiment, bro. That was an experiment that Aaron Glenn completely passed. Because I did not know Aaron Glenn had that in him. I did not know that he had that version of being aggressive on those opportunities. Even them going for it on 4th down earlier in the game, I didn't like the play call, but they bounced back from it. That's all you can ask for. On that 4th and 1, when Justin Fields checked it to a toss, I hated that. But I think Aaron Glenn ripped into Tanner Engstrand after that, and it was a different version of the Jets. So really big shout out to Aaron Glenn. He's using all of his pieces. He's coaching up these guys. They're fighting for him. They're believing in him. So many guys stepped up. Isaiah Davis, running back 2, 50-plus yard run down the right sideline. Key blocks, big time. Mason Taylor, first touchdown of his young career. Big time catch on 3rd and 2 at the goal line. Jeremy Ruckert, huge catch. One of, if not the biggest play of the game. 4th and 1. Do you guys remember that 4th and 1 play to Jeremy Ruckert? I don't know if you guys remember, but somebody posted this on X. Tanner Engstrand, that play call where Fields found Jeremy Ruckert on the left side, that was the same play call that the Detroit Lions beat the Jets a few years back with Ben Johnson and Tanner Engstrand. Where on 4th and 1, the Lions had the same play call, threw it to the tight end, and he went down the sideline and scored a touchdown on the Jets years ago. So many players made big impacts in this game. Jarvis Brownlee Jr., game-winning pass deflection. So good stuff, man. The tight end position stepped up on National Tight Ends Day. Let's do it. I'm so fired up for this team. I'm so happy. Could this be the breakthrough? You know me. I'll be rooting for that. I'll be rooting for that, man. Because this team needs to learn how to win. They need to learn how to win. And I really do believe them going out there and winning the way that they did showed you the type of football team that Aaron Glenn's trying to build here. Because they fought back. Like they easily could have sat on their hands when they were down and said, oh, another game and we're going to be 0-8. Like they did not give up. They kept fighting. The offense scored a touchdown, and the defense just let the Bengals march down the field and score. And right there, I think every Jets fan kind of felt like, yeah, bro, this is just ridiculous. When our offense is great, our defense sucks, and vice versa. When are we ever going to get a collective game? And we did not have a great game from the defense, but the defense stepped up finally. And without the defense stepping up in the clutch, the Jets don't win this game. Without Will McDonald getting that sack on third down, without the Jets getting that fourth down stop, the Jets do not win. But they stepped up in big moments. And that could really do something. So now the Jets are going into the trade deadline with a lot of interesting decisions to make. A lot of interesting decisions to make, man. Let's do it. Oh, my goodness. I love it, man. I thought they said Tyrod was starting. He was injured. So Fields got the start. Henny, win means nothing if we come out flat versus the Browns. Yeah, I mean, you got to stack them. 100%. No doubt about it. The Jets got a whole bye week now to recharge. They got to go out there against the Browns and play a really good football game. Myles Garrett just got 5 sacks. Which, by the way, huge shout out to the offensive line. I mean, they were perfect. They gave up 1 pressure on how many dropbacks? That's how you honor Nick Mangold, man. The offensive line was flawless. Absolutely flawless, man. 1 pressure allowed for the New York Jets. Can you believe that? Pressure allowed. Folks, hit the thumbs up button. We got a lot of fun things to talk about. Let's open this up for some callers now because it's Victory Monday. Hit the music. It's Victory Monday. Let's do it. Guys, call on in. As you guys call in, I'll be right back. I'm going to go get some coffee, and then we're going to get some people in the house. Click that link, and I'll bring you guys in. Let's do it, man. We got Victory Monday. All right, let's get in some callers. Let's do it. Finally. Josh, my man.
Yo,
What's
good
up,
morning,
brother?
Richie. Good morning, Jets fans. First thing I want to say is, man, RIP and rest in peace to Nick Mangold, man. One of the all-time Jets greats, man. Gone, never be forgotten, man. And the day yesterday will never be forgotten. Great win, man. So I'm not gonna get too hype about the game yesterday. It was a great game, but it's not been a good season, man. So then we gotta see what we can do after this bye week, man. So but all I want to say is, yeah, great win. And let's see how we can build from that, man. Oh, I do want to say, if the refs did not call that 2-point conversion on Isaiah Davis, I would have been so pissed. Because going into the game, I didn't think that we was gonna even win. We was down like 17-3 or 17-10 or something like that. I didn't think we was gonna win the game. But we end up finishing that game. Great game by the offense. Defense got to step up a little bit more, but we came through the clutch, man. That's all I got, man. Go Jets, man. Let's go. We got
Let's
that
go,
first
Josh.
dub of the season.
First dub of the season, man. Appreciate you, bro. It's true, man. I mean, it's not a win that's going to make us, feel like we're doing anything special this year, but it just feels good to win, bro. It's just that simple. I mean, it's just that simple. And I really am happy right now that the Jets got an absolute dub. Finally. Next caller in the house, you got Frank. What's up, Frank?
What's going on, Richie? I don't know if you can hear me or not.
Yes, sir. I got you.
Yeah, listen, this is my first time calling in, and I just wanted to call in because I know Jet content creators have been dying for this, and people like yourself, Jet Central, Matt O'Leary, you guys deserve this win more than anything, because I know it must be tough going on loss after loss after loss after loss. So this one goes out to you. Shout out to you, Richie, for everything that you do, man.
Thank you, Frank. I appreciate that, man.
Listen, as excited that we got a win yesterday, this is what I want to see. I just want to see consistency. I want to see these guys come out the bye. Now that we got a formula, run the ball, quick releases with Justin Fields. Let's do that again. We saw how we can perform the first week against Pittsburgh when Justin Fields was decisive with the ball. Let's follow this recipe and come out the bye with Garrett, with Sauce, full throttle, and let's start stacking up some consistent wins. I don't mind losing, but I just want to see consistency. That's from the coaching staff, from the team. That's really all I want to see. Consistent recipe of winning. And last but not least, RIP to Nick Mangold, man. A true Jet through and through. You hate to see guys like that go down. Yesterday was a tough loss for Jets Nation. Happy we got that win for him. Shout out to him and his family. And again, Richie, man, shout out to you, bro, for everything that you do.
Thank you, Frank. I appreciate that, man. First time caller. Love to have you back on, Frank. I really do appreciate that. And, this win yesterday means a lot, not just for me and creators, but fans, man. It's the fan base that's been through just the troubling season and everything about this year. And yesterday was a special moment in Jets history that I really don't think is ever going to be forgotten. Yesterday may have been one of my, that's a memorable day. Started off with heartbreak, just in a heartbreaking way that's bigger than life, bigger than sports, And then for the Jets to fight back and win in a way like that, it felt like it was written for a movie. It felt like that was written by a filmmaker. Yesterday felt like we lived a movie. It felt like a story. It really does. I can see that entire, and I can watch. I hope the Jets do something. The Jets can do something to make that into a movie because they're really good at telling stories with their team, and I bet you they're going to do that. And it's going to be an emotional episode whenever they do come out with that, man. Whenever they do. Let's get into the chat a little bit, and then we'll get into some more callers. My boy Danger Zone, can MC2 redeem himself, Richie, or is he toast? He's toast. And the reason why he's toast is because we got Jarvis Brownlee Jr. as his replacement. And, you know, I feel bad for... He was on the field in certain packages yesterday, but he's toast, man. He's toast. And his guaranteed money is up. I think that he's going to be a cap casualty in the offseason, so I think the Jets are going to trade him. Based off what I'm hearing, that's who's going to get traded. More than anybody else. You never know who else can get traded, but I think that's the guy. Jets forever. No, pass the ball every play. Pass first. Jets forever. I want you to do something. Learn football. Because want to know why the offense was able to pass the ball effectively? Why was Justin Fields so good yesterday? Because they were able to run. What happened in week 1 against Pittsburgh? The Jets were able to run. When you're able to run the football effectively, that opens up the pass. If you just pass, it won't work. You got to be able to establish the run to set up the play action. And also, shout out to the big boys up front. The offensive line, they stepped up because the offensive line protected Fields. The playmakers made plays for Fields. And Justin was able to get the ball out. I give Justin so much credit in the world, bro, because he went through so much darkness, and he came out on top in that game yesterday. So happy for him. Now keep going, Justin. We want you to keep building from here, bro. Keep building it up. Your live play-by-play has become standard for our Sundays. Thank you, man. Go AG, go Jets, RIP Mangold. Well, I appreciate that. We got a Lions fan tuning in. Let's go. I really do appreciate that. Let's do it. Hit the like button, folks, if you're just tuning into the show for the first time. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. Let's do it. Passing opens up the run. Y'all know nothing. You got to know when to run. Smartly run. You can't force it. Well, they did it yesterday beautifully. How about that, Jets forever? How about that? All right, let's get to more of your calls. Everybody hit the thumbs up button. Feels good to have people call in on Victory Monday. And you know what I do love? When the Jets win, we don't have as many people tuning in because there's not that selection of people that want to watch Jets fans cry. And I'm okay with that. I'd rather have wins to talk about than loses. All day, every day. Lascelles up next on the hotline.
What's up, buddy?
What's up,
good,
man?
First up, RIP Nick Mangold. Sorry, I just woke up when I saw your stream. So, and that was a hell. Like, I will say this, like again, RIP Nick Mangold, but I was just excited that we got the win. I was just like, yo, finally we got to win, because if we didn't win under these circumstances, we were never going to win a game. Because the fans are now back in like into like the team with this, and if you don't win under these circumstances, then we were never going to win a game.
Yeah, and we did. I appreciate the call, Lascelles, and I think that's very true. Like, yesterday was a perfect opportunity for the Jets to come out there and prove something. They had a reason, and they came through, man. And shout out to AG. I don't know if you guys saw it, but Aaron Glenn did honor Nick Mangold in the locker room after the game. I don't know if I can find the clip, but he had a good little speech about Nick Mangold. He did. So here it is. I found it. Let me just play this real quick, guys, if you missed it.
I want to say this. Man, listen, I didn't play with this player, obviously. All right? But, man, he's a Jet through and through, and he passed away. Nick Mangold. Right? A Jet through and through, man. He had a number of kids, man, that touched me every time. Like somebody from this organization, especially somebody that put their heart and soul into making this team like a winning team, man, has passed away. All right, so, man, I just want to acknowledge that first and foremost, man. Make sure you keep his family in your prayers. Please do that. All right, let's get this prayer real quick. I want to say
Much respect to Aaron Glenn, man. He understood. Like, that means something to me. That really does, man. That's not something that he's just dismissing. He acknowledged it, and I got a lot of respect for Aaron Glenn. I really do. Before that I did, but even more now. So shout out to AG, man, and congrats on your first win. But yeah, guys, make sure you guys call into the show. We're live here on Jets Media for our first Victory Monday. Let's do it. All right, next caller, we got TG in the house. What up, TG?
Yo, what up, Richie? Been studying some film with the Jets, and I want to say congratulations on you guys' first win.
Thank
And
you.
prayers to Nick Mangold. Not only is he a Jets legend, but he's also a Buckeye legend. And
Yeah, Ohio State.
yeah, Buckeye Nation was feeling it, and they want to send out their prayers too, because he's one of the great offensive linemen at Ohio State. That's always
very true. Absolutely.
So congrats on you guys' win, and I'm going to let you guys know this. I still do podcasting, and I have been breaking down your team as well as every other team our Buckeyes are on. So anytime you guys want to check it out, go to our Patreon channel. It's called the OHL Podcast. Go to our Patreon. You guys can pretty much listen to me do NFL rundowns and break down every team and all our Buckeyes, how they played. You're going to see us be completely honest. If they play like trash, you're going to hear it.
Yeah, and the Jets got a lot of Buckeyes, so I'm sure you're doing a lot of Jet study.
Of course I do, because of that. y'all are the team that has pretty much the most Buckeyes on it. Hilarious.
Yeah, I know. We're turning into Ohio State.
Well, slowly but surely. I'll tell you guys this. If you're looking for a wide receiver, watch Carnell Tate at Ohio State. I think that would be the guy you guys would want to get.
Well, we need a number 2 receiver next to Garrett, so we're looking for that.
Trust me, he going to be more than that. He can be that guy that can be both. That could be your 1B with your 1A.
Oh, I can imagine, man. Ohio State is ridiculous at bringing wide receivers. I wanted JSN in that draft so bad, but they went with Will McDonald.
And look at him now.
I know. I wanted JSN. I mean, trust me, you don't need to sell me on Ohio State wide receivers.
Yeah, trust me. That's what I'm telling you guys. I think that would be the best interest you get, because if you guys get him, now you have a number 2, but you have a guy who can also be a number 1 on your team if need be. If you need him to step up, he can do that.
Yeah.
I would tell you, when it comes down to it, we as Ohio State fans would tell you we are so lucky to have Brian Hartline.
Oh, yeah. Love it.
So congrats on you guys' win. I'm very proud of how Tanner Engstrand finally called this offense instead of doing this conservative nonsense, because this is something that we would tell you, if you play conservative offense, it's what's going to get you beat. When you're being aggressive, that's when your offense starts clicking.
I know, and that's when everything started to click. And TG, I appreciate the call. Make sure you guys check out the pod. All right. Breaking down Buckeyes all across the pod. And you know, brings up a great point, because the aggressiveness is what we've been missing. The conservative nature of this offense with Tanner Engstrand was just so beyond frustrating. And I think yesterday they were aggressive. They put their foot on the gas. And look what happened. Look what happened. Look what happened. So they got to keep that momentum up, man. Aggressiveness is key. All right, we got our next caller in the house, my boy James.
Yo!
What you doing over there, James?
Yo!
It's Victory Monday, brother.
All right, baby.
Taste of victory.
Thank God, man. Thank God, bro. First off, God bless the Mangolds, man. So sad, bro. So sad. I remember that draft with him and Brick. Just one of the best Jets of all time. One of the best Jets of my lifetime. He's going to be sorely missed. Just forget about the player. Hall of Famer, in my opinion. He's just a great dude, you could tell. Just a great man, and it's terrible. He has, I don't know how old his kids are, but it's just a sad thing. And I went to church yesterday, and I left at the announcement. So I left, like, right after I received. And I heard that he passed from you, and I couldn't believe it. And then once the game started, dude, I knew we were going to win it. Because that's something that happens with us. There's always other stuff at play with us, bro. And I knew that there was going to be some type of divine intervention during that game, and there was. That was a special moment. I'll never forget that game. And you did great, bro. You were outstanding yesterday, for real, man. You did a really good job.
Thank you, bro.
It came across Unbelievable. So shout out to you on that, bro. And yeah, man, we got our first win, bro. Thank God, man. I think we could definitely build on this. It's so crazy, bro. We could have 4 wins right now. We could have 4 wins right now, bro. If he just played like that, man. If Justin just did that, you know, just
I know.
that.
I know, man. I
But
know, bro.
it feels good, bro. It really does. Like like you said, maybe not as many people are tuning in, but we needed this. I needed this for my sanity, bro. I
Oh, I needed
needed
this
this.
too.
I know. I know. And we got it. And now we got the bye. And who's to say we can't, we can't win next week. And then we win next week and things get a little silly and stupid. But,
Mm.
we'll take it as it comes. But what do you think, bro?
Running the table 10-7. That's what I
Yeah.
think, James. Come on,
Yeah,
baby. We're
baby.
back.
You already know. You already know that,
No, I
bro.
mean, all jokes aside, man. I mean, you broke it down very perfectly. Yesterday was a moment that I don't think any Jets fan will ever forget. Nick Mangold meant so much to us fans and the community, anybody that has been touched by Mangold. And that was just one of those moments that I think will go down in history, bro, for so many different reasons. And it just felt good to see them win in that way. It's not like they went out there and dominated them. Like they came back, fought, played with grit. Offensive line was fantastic. Like that's what you honor Nick Mangold right there with the big boys up front, and they were able to impose their will. So I think it was just an overall masterclass all across the board. And shout out to Aaron Glenn, man, getting his first win as a Jets head coach. And I think that's something that he needed desperately, and I'm happy that he was able to get it.
He needed it desperately, and yeah, like you said, how can you let go of the rope now, man? It's like you can't do that. That would be, like I said, that would be so counterproductive to do that. Let's see this thing through, and if we have to get rid of MC2, I'm cool with that. No Breece, I don't even want Quincy gone. No MC2, okay. Brownlee's a stud. So I'm okay with that. I like Michael Carter too a lot, but hey, if we can get something for him, I'm down with that. And I'm actually happy on a Monday. Thank God, bro. I gotta get to work. I love you, bro. We'll talk
I
soon.
love you too, brother. Enjoy the rest of your day, my man. Thanks for calling in. My boy James in the house, wearing his heart on his sleeve as always. Feels good to see James happy. Seeing James happy makes me happy. Come on, folks. Hit the thumbs up button. It's Victory Monday. We need more juice. We need more energy. Do we not have as many people excited over a Jets win like myself? What is going on here, folks? We need more vibes in the chat. Hit the thumbs up button if you're not already, folks. Come on now. Want to give a big shout out to Sleeper for always being the proud sponsor of the channel. You guys, if you did not check them out by now, I don't know what you're waiting for. You guys get a free $20 when you sign up, when you make your account by using the code JETS. The link is at the top of the chat. Make sure you guys do that. $20 for free when you immediately sign up, and you get a 100% match up to $100 by using the code JETS. That is on Sleeper. So make sure you guys go check out Sleeper. They are the proud sponsor of the channel. Really, really excited to have them partnered up with YouTube all throughout the season. Lascelles says, did the New York Jets PFF come out yet? I don't think so. I got to check. But I'm curious. I saw that the Jets offensive line was great in this game. There's a lot I want to break down. There's a lot I want to break down on the Jets when it comes to the PFF grades and all that fun stuff. So we're going to be breaking in. We're going to be breaking it all down. Wesley Gates comes in here, becomes a member of the channel. Appreciate that, Wesley Gates. Much love. Much love. DNY for life. Member for 13 months. Sweet Victory Monday. One win has never felt so good. Finally, a win. Finally, a win, right? Feels so good to get a win, doesn't it? 10-7. Let's go, baby. We're delusional. All it took is one, and we're back. Foundational win without your star players. That is big. Absolutely. 100%. Bye week came at the right time. It really did. The bye week is really, really good. Perfect timing, man. Getting a win, getting into the bye. Listen, I don't think anybody would have wanted to sign up for a 1-7 start. But I really do think that, how funny would it be if the Jets do run the table and get to 10-7? I mean, that would be the funniest thing. That would be the most un-Jet related thing in the world. And listen, 1-0 every week. The Jets got the Browns coming out of the bye, and then we're on primetime football against the scorching hot New England Patriots. On Thursday night football. I don't know if you guys even know that. So we're home against the Browns after the bye, and then we have a short week going to Foxborough to take on this new look Patriots for the first time. Over under Clemens gets re-signed. I mean, the guy still makes no impact. So I hope he doesn't get re-signed. I don't know, Indy Jet, about you. I really hope he doesn't get re-signed, man. That's someone I'm very okay with letting go. And, the Jets got a good flight home. They got the vibes. They're in the bye week now. They get to hang out with their family after feeling a taste of victory. Feels good, man. Feels good. I know this is still a hot take, but as a Lions fan, I'm telling you, AG is a better coach than Ben Johnson. We'll see. We'll see. It's interesting that you say that. Interesting that you said that. Can we trade Michael Clemens for a 2029 or 37th? Yeah, I think that would be funny. That's how we should trade him away for that. But let's get into more callers. Indy Jets. That's my man. What's up, man?
What's going on, brother? I was going to reach out to you because when I was in New York for the Cowboys game, I was like, oh, at some point we were going to try to meet up, but we just were so busy for the entire weekend meeting with everybody.
You have a good time?
Oh man, other than the game. Other than the loss, the tailgate, Boy Green's tailgate was fantastic. We met up with Chef Kevin, and for those of those guys, it was just phenomenal people.
Awesome.
But I brought up the Clemens thing because Will McDonald got that sack because of Michael Clemens.
He got the pressure and made Joe Flacco roll around.
Well, if you watch the play, I mean, you have it on your, you've got McDonald on his right, on the right end. You got Clemens to the inside of McDonald. Clemens takes over the tackle, and McDonald goes around the offensive line. And all Clemens does is just bull rush. And he pushed that tackle straight back to where Flacco had nowhere to go but to roll out a little bit. And McDonald, basically had a free run at him. And that's happened a couple times now. JJ's sack here last week was due to the exact same thing. Clemens took over the tackle and left JJ, wide open. And he's starting to find a role. Clemens is not a defensive end. They need to keep him on that inside because he can't contain the outside. But what he can do is take their number one guy, whether it's the right tackle or left tackle, and just push him back. And then that's given JJ and Will McDonald.
No, I mean, you're on point. And I think what Michael Clemens does is the dirty work that does not show up on the stat sheet. So
right. And Clemens, and the thing is, Clemens and Q had the same stat line yesterday. That's sad.
Yeah.
And that's saying a lot for Q. For Quinnen has not.
You're a Michael Clemens fan. You want him back next year?
I do. I think AG likes him. All the other coaches, even Saleh, like the guy. Is he all there upstairs? Nobody's going to say that. I mean, he made a dumb penalty at the beginning of the season, but I think you're starting to see the kid start to get it. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised if he signed for maybe a $2 million contract, because where's he going to go? And he might go back out to San Francisco with Saleh or wherever. But I think if you brought him back for say a $2 million contract.
Yeah, no, I mean, he's not going to demand a lot of money at all. So, I mean,
no, he's not going to demand a lot of money, and he's starting to find a role on the inside.
No, I agree. And I think if he continues to show potential, he always has a high motor. He definitely does. That's one thing I always like about Clemens. He doesn't take any plays off. He plays with a lot of energy. It's just a matter of being smart and making those plays. And I think that he had a good game yesterday. So I'm happy that you're giving him the flowers he deserves.
Absolutely. And to the offensive line, 74 played like a 74. Think about that.
Oh,
You
Lou.
know,
Yeah,
he gave up one pressure the entire game.
the offensive
Um,
line gave up one pressure, not just it was the
yeah,
collective one pressure allowed that stat.
and so the entire offensive line played like they were all number 74 today.
Yeah.
And shout out to those guys. I mean, you're winning in the trenches. And Fields, man, we were all ready to give up on Fields, before yesterday. I was a little disappointed when they said Tyrod's going to be out. I was one of those that was like, look, I think Fields was mentally done. Good to see him bounce back. It wasn't a very good defense, but do what you got to do. The
No,
Jets
absolutely.
offense, the Jets offense scored 39 points. We didn't have defensive scores. We didn't have special team scores. The offense scored 39 points. I don't know when the last time the offense itself generated 39 points, but I know it's been a minute.
No, it's
But
true, and you
Love,
got to give
loved your
Fields the credit.
reactions to the whole game, and your short the other day with all the Jet scores was just phenomenal. I mean, that's you always put up some great content, and hey, and way to keep it together. I mean, you showed the emotion of what a true Jets family is. It's not true Jets fans; it's true Jets family.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I
Shout
mean,
out to there was several thousand people that went and got tested to see if they were compatible for Mangold's liver or a kidney transplant. Did you know that?
no, I didn't know
Several
that.
thousand fans went and got tested because you have to get tested to see if you're the right blood type, if you're the right type of match, and all this stuff. And several thousand fans went and did that just to see if they would be a compatible match. So the fans are not fans. It's
The family.
family. Yeah.
Exactly,
So
man, and that's why it hurt because it felt like we lost one of our own. It's a family.
Exactly. So, big shout out to you for, pushing through that and continuing to show your respect throughout the game and everything. So,
Well, I
just
appreciate that,
keep
Indy
up the
Jets.
great work, my man.
Thank you so much. Your support means so much to me, Indy Jets. Yours, everybody else's watching, and yeah, yesterday was it was not like the news broke about Nick right before I started my live stream, and all of a sudden I was live talking about it, and I had some emotions even come over me before the game, and then when they won that way, oh my goodness, that was just something. But yeah, I'm someone that always likes to embrace how you're feeling. I think it's just a healthy way to deal with things and not suppress emotions. I think suppressing emotions leads to stuff down the line. It's an unhealthy way to live your life. So I just wear my heart on my sleeve, and that's just who I've been my whole life. I think that it's a healthy way to deal with things, and that meant so much to this fan base, bro. Getting that win the way that they did, man, for real. So appreciate the kind words from Indy Jets, man. Great dude right there. Awesome dude. Well, let's get what the chat's talking about. Still not sold on Fields. Show me consistency. And this is very true. The Justin Fields experience is inconsistency. I'm not sold on Justin long term. I'm going to praise him and be happy for him and give him all the flowers in the world for yesterday. But Justin has not proved anything yet until he goes out there and starts doing this consistently. Not just Justin, but this team. They got to go out there and play each and every single week that type of football, win. Justin's got to go out there and string those together. The Justin Fields experience is playing great and then playing bad, playing great, playing bad. Like, that's who Justin Fields has been. So now he's got to be able to go out there and execute consistently. So shout out to Justin, man. Hopefully he can string together some consistency. Shout out to the big offensive line yesterday. Those big boys stepped up for Nick. Absolutely. Clemens has been smarter. Stevens is playing way better. Corley gone. Improvements ongoing under AG. Thanks for mentioning it. It's true. How about Brandon Stevens? Brandon Stevens has been playing really good football, but no one wants to talk about it. That's an easy target for people to hate on. I think that Stevens deserves his credit for becoming better in the system. The whole Jamie and Sherwood benching yesterday, that was weird. Did the coaching staff answer that? Why was Jamie and Sherwood on the bench to start off the game yesterday. I don't know what that was. But hey, he came in the game eventually. All right, let's get to some more callers. We got Glenn up next. What's up, Glenn?
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, Glenn. Good to hear from you.
Hey, I call in when you guys lose, so I don't call in when you win. That was a good win. And thanks to the Jets, I won some money because I had a 5-team parlay, and I bet Buffalo, Pats, Miami, Jets, and Baltimore.
Wow.
Straight
How about
up,
that? You
straight
picked the
up
Jets.
Yeah, I did because going for I had to look at how much I was on win compared to how much I was betting, and there was no money.
Those are probably
betting
great
on,
odds, huh? Those are great odds. You probably won some good money.
They were real good odds.
Well, congratulations, Glenn. I'm glad you were able to cash out.
Yeah. But I just wanted to congratulate. They played a good game. I finished watching the Miami game and was watching y'all's game, and I'm like, holy smokes, man. They do have a chance to win, even when you were 14 points down. Now, I did think that was the right call for him to go for 2. And there's people that's like, oh, no, they shouldn't have. No, you go for 2 because then you could try to make it up. If you don't make it 10, you could do it for the tie if you score again.
No, I agree. I think that's a big sign of the type of coach that Aaron Glenn's going to be moving forward is the aggressiveness, analytics, forward thinking.
I'm glad the Jets won, and it'd be interesting. At least you don't have to go through a whole season with no wins. That's the worst thing in the world.
I mean, the worst thing in the world, Glenn. And I appreciate the call. I'm happy the Jets were able to win you some cash. All right, and the whole AFC East won. So shout out to Glenn for that. And let's be honest, man. If you're a Jets fan, upset we won a football game, did you really want to go 0-17? Like what? You're rooting for 0 wins, bro? There's no way I would ever want that to be attached to the Jets of the first and only winless team in NFL history. That's never happened, right? There was... Did that happen? Did the Lions go 0-16 one year? Or was that 1-15? I don't know what it was, but there's no way I wanted that to happen, bro. And I just don't get the crowd that's like the pro-tank crowd, like making it seem like the first overall pick guarantees anything. So there's been 3 winless teams. There actually has been, the chat says. The Browns, Lions, and Bucks were all 0-16. We'd be the first 0-17. Good. I don't want to be in that category, and we're not going to be. Good. Newsflash, the first overall pick does not guarantee you anything. I can go down the list of all the first overall picks that was drafted. Like, guess how many times a team that drafted a quarterback in the first overall pick won a Super Bowl? 0 in the last 10 years. So let's stop acting like that means anything, bro. You can find your guy in the draft, no matter where you draft. So stop with these miserable people I see. Are they even I don't understand. Like, are they actually And you know what else I see? That just, listen, everybody's entitled to be a fan the way that they want to be a fan. But what pisses me off is that some people are rooting for their opinions to be right over the team. They hate Aaron Glenn. They have an opinion against him. So they're upset when he wins because they want him fired. What kind of mindset is that? You don't like Aaron Glenn. You don't think he's going to be the guy. So you prefer the Jets to lose so that he can be gone? Because you want your opinion to be right over the football team? If you're a true Jets fan, you're rooting for Aaron Glenn to turn it around and be the guy. Come on, man. Like, what are we doing as some fans? I don't know what to say about that. Like, that just, like, pisses me off, I'll be honest. And I'm not going to say they need to be a fan now. They are entitled to be the way they want to be, bro. But the first overall pick stuff, I don't understand. And for the people rooting against the coach, I don't understand. I can't relate to that. I'm rooting for Aaron Glenn all the way through. And that's how I look at it, man. I want to win I want to win the next 9 games. And if you think that makes me not a real fan because I want the better good of this organization for a better draft pick, what? The draft pick is a lottery ticket. I don't care. Yeah, but what about Fernando Mendoza? Like, what are we doing, bro? We're going to act like Fernando Mendoza is the next coming of Joe Namath? And let's not act like getting a first overall pick means absolutely nothing to me, bro. I don't care about that. I really don't. And people are like, yeah, well, this is why the Jets suck. We're stuck in purgatory. We can never suck enough. We always get these meaningless wins. This is not a meaningless win yesterday. That win means a lot. If you think yesterday's win was meaningless, you need to wake up. Wake up. That was not a meaningless win. That win means so much. So much. The last first overall pick that won the Super Bowl was Matthew Stafford. And guess what? Matthew Stafford did not win a playoff game on the team that drafted him first overall. It took Matthew Stafford to get traded to a different team to win the Super Bowl. That's another thing you got to add. So stop pretending that getting the first overall pick means anything. Do you remember the tank for Trevor? Oh, wow, the Jets missed out on Trevor Lawrence. Who is Trevor Lawrence right now? The guy is the most mid quarterback in the league. And that's no disrespect to Trevor. He's better than what we've had. But I just don't get it. I don't know. I can't relate to it. I never have, never will. Never have, never will. Peyton Manning was the last quarterback to win a Super Bowl with the team that drafted him. That's crazy. LaSalle, $5 super chat. Never man people who root for losses, especially if these circumstances can't be actually fans. It's a personal attack on somebody. I don't know what it is. I can't relate to it. People sometimes have strong opinions, and they want their opinions to be right over the greater good of the team. And they get mad at the team. They're like, oh, the Jets can't do anything right. They can't even lose properly. What? I don't know, dude. I find those people to be, I just had to laugh at it. That they're like, the Jets can't even lose right. What? What do you think they're doing? They're out there trying to lose. Like, what, dude? First of all, this is how I look at it too. If you're a fan suffering over these things, you need to wake up and realize whether you root for a win or root for a loss has zero impact about what happens on the field, which is why I always will be rooting for wins. Because if I start rooting for losses, guess what? That means nothing. The Jets are not going to start losing because I'm rooting for them to lose. Just like the Jets are not going to start winning because I'm rooting for them to win. So there's no impact. Whether you're rooting for the tank or rooting for the wins, newsflash, there's no change on the field. So that's why I go into every game with the same approach. Because if you're rooting for losses, and then they win, and then you're upset, you're just setting yourself up for suffering. Like, what are you doing? So, I don't know. That's my take on it. This is not the first year, of course. The Jets fan base has been through this many, many times because we've been bad for many, many years. It's true. Hit that thumbs up button, folks. We love you guys tuning in. Let's get into more callers. We got Charles Gorman up next. Charles, you're live. Whoa, look at you, Charles.
Hey, Richie, just want to say congrats on the show yesterday, buddy. Yeah, I was saddened by the news of Nick Mangold's passing as well. That shocked the crap out of me. I'll learn about it on Instagram. I was very happy with the Jets win yesterday, obviously. That was a great game. Breece Hall had a hell of a game through the game-winning touchdown pass to Mason Taylor. which was a thing of beauty. As a matter of fact, it shocked the shit out of me because trick plays never usually go in the Jets' favor until yesterday.
I know, man, and they pull that out of the Lions playbook. That's something that the Lions have done.
But I think the game ball should go to the entire offensive line. They blocked their asses off, man. They didn't allow a whole lot of pressures. I think you said they only allowed one pressure, but more importantly, 0 sacks.
Yeah, 100%. One pressure, 0 sacks. So, I mean, that's how you embrace. That's how you honor number 7-4 right there.
And Justin Fields, to me, showed a lot of resiliency and a set of balls because he took a lot of criticism.
Oh, yeah,
he's taken a lot of criticism throughout his career, so this, to me, shows that he's got some resiliency. I know we need to see more from Fields, but we'll see, man. We're off next week, and then we got the Browns, who Myles Garrett had 5 sacks against the Patriots, and yet they still lost.
Exactly. That's crazy stuff. It's true. Charles, I appreciate the call, my man. Shout out to Charles Gorman. Bang. My man, Charles. It's true. Absolutely true. We love Charles. We love Charles. Charles Gorman. What a beast. To all the AFC East divisions, we need the Bills to lose. To all the teams, Jets, Patriots, Dolphins. How about that? All 4 teams in the AFC East get a win. How about that? A win. A win. Let's go, bro. The Jets got a victory, and it means so much to us as a fan base. And if you can't relate to it, I don't know what to tell you, brothers and sisters watching, because we needed that. All right? We definitely needed that more than we've ever needed it before. I mean, you talk about a desperation time for a win. That's what we saw yesterday. Desperate times for desperate measures. What a way for this Jets football team to get a W. Next caller in the house, we got Edward. What up, Ed?
Hey, Richie.
How's it going, man?
It's going good. Yesterday was kind of cool. Of course, it was very sad because we lost Nick Mangold. That was just horrific news. That was just, I know you're a younger guy, but I remember that whole era with Rex. I know those were some good times, man.
I mean, that's my childhood, man. I remember it too. That's when I became, I was a fan before the Rex era, but that's my childhood right there. I remember them very well. I became a fan in 06 when the Jets drafted Nick Mangold.
Yeah. Well, Rexy was the best, man. Old sexy Rexy, he was the best. I loved him. I was so pissed off when they hired Itzik because I'm telling you, if he still would have had a decent general manager, he would have still been winning, and he'd probably still be the coach because he bled green like no other coach we ever had.
Yeah, I know, man. And seeing him emotional on ESPN yesterday.
Oh my God, it was gut wrenching. It was gut wrenching. He was really. I mean, that's real. You can't make that emotion up. I mean, he was just ruined by that.
I know.
Terrible.
And they react to it live on air. Crazy.
Mm-hmm. But talking about the game itself, Justin Fields was talking about how he was actually in his closet in his bedroom crying, how upset he was. And he said it wasn't even about him. He was so upset that he was letting the coach and the team down. I mean, he was just devastated. And he literally was playing for his NFL career yesterday.
He was, man.
That was a career statement. Like, I am not done. I am not finished. I've got a lot to do. I've got a lot to prove. And I have to take my hat off to him. I mean, with everything against him, even Woody Johnson throwing shade at him, he came out and he performed like nobody's business. And I got to give credit to Aaron Glenn. What a couple of ballsy moves in that game, man. So I mean, that the halfback toss reminded me of that game with Curtis Martin making that halfback toss.
Yeah.
That was like the same play. It was crazy.
I know, man. They really embodied the whole Jet lore yesterday as a collective, and it's just like it's unbelievable. And the fact that Fields was able to do it the way that he did, everything you said is perfectly on point. I
the
mean,
fact that he showed accountability, not just by cutting a fringe bubble player, but he benched um uh, uh shit 44
Sherwood.
Sherwood. He benched Sherwood for the first quarter, and Samini asked him what he benched him for, and he said, "That's between me, him, and the team. You know, he's keeping that one in house. We don't know what it was, but you know, but that you when you bench your starting linebacker who's also a team captain, that's a statement, man. And if you notice, the last couple of games, penalties have been down. Last three games, penalties have been down. So
I know, man. Everybody likes to bring up the penalties when it's against us, but when we're actually doing well, no one likes to bring it up. So thank you for reminding them.
Yeah, you know, look, there have been a lot of coaches who started out rocky with shitty wins. Even his former team, when what's his name, the coach of that team, Campbell. Yeah, he was under fire. What were they, 0-11 before he got his first win or some shit like that?
11-1, and then in year 2 they were 1-7 to start the season.
Right, and now look at them. Now they're kicking ass and taking names. So maybe, just maybe, this would work. Now I have to admit, I wanted the dream team coaching staff. I wanted Gruden on offense and Rex on defense. But that's just me, you know.
Yeah, that's the dream team. All right. Well, Edward, I appreciate the call, my man. Drive safely.
Just one thing.
Go ahead.
I am not a proponent of drafting quarterbacks in the first round. I am a proponent, and I'm going to hear a lot of shit about it. But like what you were saying before, first round quarterbacks, they don't make it that often. So why, if we get like the number 2 or 3 pick in the draft, would you want to pick a quarterback? I know it's a quarterback heavy draft, but I'm hoping Fields can turn it around. I have my doubts, but I'm hoping he can turn it around. But in the event he doesn't, what I want to trade back, load the team up. We have more holes in this team than a $5 whore. So I think we need to load it up with some good young players that don't know. I'm sorry, dude. But the team does have a lot of holes. I think we should trade it back, fix the team, because the last time we had a good team, when we drafted Sanchez, we drafted him into that legendary O-line with D. Brick and Mangold and all those guys, and we had good players around him, and we had that great wide receiver Edwards. And we had, there were good players around him.
Yeah, there's a foundation laid for the rookie quarterback Mark Sanchez to thrive.
And a number 1 defense, or number 3 or whatever it was under Rex. I mean, then you put in a rookie and you limit him. You give him half a field until he can grow into it. Or in this case, we can probably get Cousins for next year. Cousins could work for a couple of years. And then we still draft a young quarterback.
You don't want
tutelage under Cousins. I would take Cousins.
Yeah.
If Fields doesn't work out, I would take Cousins, because he could hold down the fort for a couple of years while a young buck is being trained. That's the thing. That's the bridge quarterback you want.
If we do get a young quarterback, I definitely want some type of bridge. That's for sure.
Exactly.
So, Ed, I appreciate the call, my man. Let's go Jets. I appreciate you. Great takes there, as always. I think Kirk's a little. I mean, yesterday. Yeah, I don't know. We don't need to expand on the Kirk Cousins one, but hey, I appreciate the call. I appreciate that. Jets fans are feeling good right now. Let's go. No one can knock me off this high. Try to do it. I dare you. Matthew's up next. What up, Matthew? Yo, Matthew, you're live. What's up, bro?
Congrats on the win. Congrats on the win.
Thank you, man.
I was rooting for y'all. Hey, AFC's roundtable is going to be fired tonight. Every team won.
First time in history, it feels like. Yeah, the
But
AFC East roundtable is going to be epic tonight, folks. Make sure you guys check it out. All 4 teams won.
maybe you'll sign Justin Fields to a record-breaking contract now.
No, we're not doing that. What are you talking about?
Okay, I'm heading out. Have a good one,
All
Richard.
right, Matthew. Thanks for tuning in, man. Matthew coming in from school reminded me that the AFC East roundtable is going to be epic tonight. Love that. Randall with a $5. I know we haven't won games this year, but this one feels different. Happy Victory Monday. RIP Mangold. Could not have said it better myself, Randall. Thank you for the super chat. And I just can't even put in the words how much it means, bro. It really is true. It's true. Thank you. Thank you, Randall, for the super chat. Much love to you. This is my first Victory Monday here on Jets Media. Let's go, Canty. Welcome to Victory Monday on Jets Media. We have a party over here. The Reluctant Earthling is also a new member to the Victory Monday crew. Well, unfortunately, there was a long hiatus of Victory Mondays this season, but we made it. We made it, man. We stayed loyal. We stayed loyal, and we made it. So I appreciate everybody tuning in to this episode of Jets Media, a special edition of Jets Media, because it is indeed time for Victory Monday. Woo! Bang, bang, bang. It feels good to win. It's unfortunate it took it to week number 8, but it is a great, great time. Let's go. Let's go. Breece Hall's enjoying him juking out rookie night on X. Look at this right here. This is funny. Breece Hall laughed when somebody tweeted Breece Hall shaking Knight out of his shoes in the hole. Let's see this clip. I'm excited to watch the film back on this game. Watch Breece Hall. Whoop! Just a 3 or 4 yard gain, but still fun to see Breece out there having some fun. It's good to see Breece happy. 10 win streak loading. Let's go, James. Oh, my good. Oh, my goodness. The Jets took down the Bengals. The Bengals. 4th and Forever is going to be live at 1 p.m. That's going to be a fun show as well. I'm just excited that the Jets were able to get a taste of victory. The taste of victory, man. It's a real thing. The taste of victory is a real thing that Jets fans need to embrace. And I'm just very thankful that we are part of such a tremendous group of guys right here, right now. Let's go. Well, it seems like there's no more people that want to call in. Have we reached the end of the Victory Monday show? We're live for over an hour and a half. I think we're going to wrap things up now, folks. So thank you so much for tuning in to another edition of the Jets Media Live, a special one today of being Victory Monday. Very thankful for it. Thankful for you guys tuning in. We're going to be live more throughout the day. 4th and Forever at 1 o'clock on Roundtable Sports, talking all things NFL. 6 p.m. later today is going to be an AFC East Roundtable episode that you guys at Jets Nation, please represent. I've noticed a lot of Jets fans are not tuning into the AFC East Roundtable anymore because of the losing. We won a game. Let's flood the chats. Let's show up 6 p.m. on the AFC East Roundtable YouTube channel. Would really appreciate that if you guys can come through to that episode tonight. So with that, man, in mind, thank you so much for all the love and the support on the channel. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your night. Or, I mean, not even night. It's the morning. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you guys throughout the day. As always, I got to make a video for Bleacher Report to break down that emotional win yesterday. Check me out over on Bleacher Report if you guys are not on that app. I make content for them for the Jets every day, which I'm excited for. Exclusive content on there. Richie's a great new find for me. Thanks for the great work. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate that. Respect from a Bills fan. Love and prayers to Mangold, his family, and Jets fans everywhere. Glad they got the win yesterday. Thank you so much for the super chat. Really do appreciate that, man. Much love to the Bills Mafia and all the people that show their love and the support to the Jets community, because yesterday was bigger than football, bigger than sports, man. It really was. It was. You know, seeing other fans come together on a sad day like that, I appreciate that. Much love to you. Thank you for the super chat. I will see you guys later on today. I'm out of here. Enjoy the rest of your Monday. Peace out, everybody.